Okay, now we move on to today's story. And today we are on number 47. Are you still holding on to that girl? Two Zen monks traveling about the country on a pilgrimage came to a small stream that was swollen from several days' rain. A lovely young woman was standing hesitantly at the water's edge, unable to bring herself to cross. Here, let me help you, offered one of the monks, picking her up effortlessly and carrying her to the other side. Red with embarrassment, she murmured her thanks and slipped away. The other monk was scandalized that his companion would embrace a woman under any circumstances. Their Zen sect had rigid rules forbidding contact with the opposite sex, and he maintained a strict discipline of silence the rest of the way. As evening came on, the one who had carried the girl across the stream suggested that they stop somewhere for the night. The other replied coldly that he had no interest in lodging anywhere with a depraved monk. The first monk exclaimed, "What, are you still holding on to that girl?" and burst into laughter. Awakened to the depraved nature of his own thoughts, his companion could make no reply. Okay, very good. This is a very funny story, and I think it's very well known um, in across all Buddhism schools. And yeah, actually, it's a very touching story. It kind of um, shook me to the core when I first heard it, because maybe I was more like uh, the other monk who was the judgmental one before I found Buddhism. And we get angry a lot every day, right? We hear a story, we're like, how could that happen? How dare you? We hear so many stories that shake us to the core, and all because we are judging so, you know, quickly off the bat that, this is wrong and I am right, without allowing any room or space for analysis, for consideration, to make an assessment and consider everything fairly and objectively. So I was very moved by this story, and let's see. So yeah, so there is this problem. If there are rules we have to follow, and then someone violates the rule, so of course that's a problem. um yeah, because then that shows like this monk put more emphasis on just the spur of the moment. He felt the urge to help this young woman, and it says it was a lovely young woman. So who knows, if the young woman was not as lovely looking as it says here, maybe this monk didn't feel the urge to violate the regulations and do this act of kindness. So I think it's good to slow the mind down and consider all these possibilities. Because when I was younger, I don't think I was a lovely young woman. I am kind of homely, so I didn't receive this kind of offer too many times. Yeah, yeah, young men or someone coming out of their way to help me out. I didn't receive that too many times. So that's one thing I think we learn here, that our kindness, it's not very objective or unbiased. We tend to help people that we get a good vibe from them. So it's not 100% kindness. There is some selfishness there too. But like I said, because I like this story so much, maybe I'm reading too much into it. The main point, I think we all get it, is not to judge someone else, because once we judge people, what happens is we keep ruminating and allowing that judgment to affect and infect our thoughts and our headspace. And then we are the ones who suffer, just like this monk. Especially, he maintained a strict discipline of silence. Actually, this is much better than if he started arguing with the monk who carried the young woman across the stream. It is better, the silence, because then you're not saying things in anger. That's a lot of bad karma right there. If we unleash our own anger onto others, that's not a good karma. Um, yeah, because we're just accusing the other person of being in the wrong without taking the time to analyze why this triggers me so much. Why? That's the most important thing for a human being who has the capability of asking the whys. Why? Why does this bother me so much? And then if you ask the why, your mind becomes a little open to wisdom, to receive the wisdom. And if you have the chance to learn the Dharma, like we do here, then suddenly we get these insights and epiphanies that, aha, I get it now. That's why it triggers me, because I feel like I'm such a good monk. I would never violate this rule. Uh, yeah, I would never do this myself. So how dare he did that? And I don't want to stay with such a depraved monk. All the while thinking all these evil thoughts against this companion or friend, not recognizing all these unwholesome thoughts, that I'm judging my partner, travel companion. I'm judging and I'm holding resentment silently in my mind, hidden from everyone. And yet ignoring all those bad deeds I'm creating with my own mind, I judge him for one action he did to violate their strict Zen rules. Yeah, so that's the blind spot that the story is teaching us. Let us shed the light on our own blind spots. Let us raise our awareness and see the darkness that we are in. And so that we are giving ourselves this opportunity to have this darkness dispelled. Yeah, so blind spots do not serve us or others well. So let's analyze them and let go of them so we have more clarity and awareness in everyday life. Good job, everyone, for being here. Yeah, today is Memorial Day, so we will still have the Right View Lab, 8 p.m. Pacific time tonight. Yeah, because in Buddhism, that's how we truly show our respect to everyone, everyone, including everyone who sacrificed their lives for the happiness of other people. Let us hear the Dharma and go forward together. Okay, have a beautiful Monday. Bye.